If you make money your god, it will plague you like the devil. This is an English proverb which depicts graphically what happens when we make the important into the all important. Money is important. We need it for surviving, we need it for living respectably, we need it for achieving things in life, for purchasing the things that are important for us, for doing various things which we aspire to do. At the same time, there is a difference between what we live with and what we live for. What we live with is a tool. What we live for is the goal. So money should be what we live with. But when we make money what we live for, then we get ourselves into unnecessary and often unlimited trouble. As it says, if we make money into our God, then it will plague us like the devil. So what does it mean to make something into a God? God is God. There is one absolute being. If we consider the definition of God, then there is one supreme being who is all powerful, who is omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, whatever the attributes. Basically, the idea of God connotes the idea of supremacy. Now, there is the objective truth of supremacy and there is a subjective feeling of supremacy. That means, say, the Nazis under Hitler's Germany, they thought that, we are the supreme race and soon we will become supreme. So there is the objective truth. They were not really supreme in the world, but they subjectively they thought they were supreme. So like that, subjectively, we all make certain things into the supreme. So for example, we may make a particular object as the supreme factor in deciding whether we do something or we don't do something. So the idea is, at least from the religious perspective, if God tells us to do something, then there are no questions asked. Isn't that there is God's command? That means it has to be done. So God is the supreme value, God is the supreme arbiter, and whatever is for God's sake, it just has to be done. So when taking that kind of attitude, actually in the Bhagavad Gita, even God encourages Arjuna to ask questions. And even God, he just does not demand obedience, he actually asks for, he appeals to the human intelligence. And then he asks for intelligent following, not just dogmatic or blind following. But that apart, the idea is that God's command is considered to be something which has to be done. So when we make something into God, that means we make doing something because of that or for that as the supreme value for our life. So those who make money into God, that means for the sake of money, they will do anything. That is what, so for example, such people for the sake of money, they will trample on values, they will cast aside ethics, they will become horribly insensitive, they will do all kinds of terrible things. All because they feel that this is what is needed for getting money. This is what is needed for their becoming successful, and they have defined success in terms of money. And this is a mentality that has been there throughout history. The Bhagavad Gita, the ancient Indian wisdom text, talks about this in its 16th chapter when it says that idamadhyamaya labdham imam prapse manoratham idamasti idamapi me bhavishyati punardhanam asau maya hatah shatrur hanishye chaparanapi ishvaro aham bhogi siddho aham balvan sukhi. So it starts by depicting in 16.12-13 first it depicts a mentality which is not so uncommon. People may think, I've got this much money and I'll get this much money. By this scheme, I can get this much. By that scheme, I can get that much. This might seem, we're just thinking about money and increasing money. What's wrong with that, we may say. But then from this level, when one becomes infatuated with money, so then money becomes the supreme value, and then the result is when money becomes God, then idam asau maya hatah shatrur hanishye cha paranapi. Hey, this enemy I have defeated, and that enemy I will this enemy I have killed. Actually, this rival I have eliminated. That rival also I'll eliminate. And in this way, when a person starts thinking, then that becomes demoniac. So, there are few things which are as cold-blooded as killing someone. And sometimes people may kill in the heat of the moment. There are crimes of passion. But then there are crimes of intention, of cold-blooded calculation. And they require a certain a scary amount of monstrosity in a person to be so cold-blooded as to calculate and kill someone in cold blood. And this happens when people become excessively money-minded. So this is of course talking about how money-minded people can kill others. So so money the infatuation with money causes people to become mercenaries who may kill for the sake of money. But it can also make the seekers of money and the possessors of money also miserable. So those who make money into God, they are always dissatisfied. Money, it kindles within us, triggers within us an insatiable greed. No matter how much we have, it's never enough. And more and more and more. And that craving for more and more, it just haunts the person. It haunts the person. And no matter how much we get, because money is a very demanding god. Money is not God actually, but when we make money into a god, no one and nothing can satisfy our heart except God. When we place in our heart anything other than God, the result of that is that thing keeps demanding more and more, and we keep satisfying the thing's demands more and more, hoping that one day we will become satisfied. But we never gain satisfaction. Satisfaction forever eludes us. Because satisfaction just doesn't exist in that thing. Satisfaction exists in the thing that it is a reflection of. Everything attractive in this world, the Bhagavad Gita says, is a reflection, is a spark of God's all attractiveness. So money has power, money has charm, money is essential, but it is a means for living. And the purpose of living is love. Love for God and love for all living beings in relationship with God. That loving disposition of service and contribution, that is what will bring lasting satisfaction to the heart. And when we make God our God and treat money as a tool for service and contribution, then we can use money in a way that brings us happiness and helps us to become agents of happiness for others. Otherwise, the money will cause us distress and it will make us into agents of distress for others. The choice on who will be our God is ultimately ours. Thank you. Hare Krishna.